Some invitations are more welcome than others. Would you like to come and speak at a wine tasting evening? I was asked. The invitation, it turned out, was not for me to explain the finer points of viniculture or hold forth on the subtle bouquet of a Cabernet Sauvignon. This was a church guest evening to encourage friends and neighbours to think about the Christian faith in a conducive setting. We did, in fact, learn quite a lot about wine, each glass being accompanied by a short talk with a lot of slurping and sniffing and sipping amid hints of mango and aromatics of blackberry. And then, before we'd consumed too much, it was my turn to say a few words. My predictable starting point was the wine tasting in Cana, the wedding when the wine ran out. Quite why that happened, we don't know. But I like to think of the bride's face as she turned to her new husband. "I only gave you one thing to do, dear," and that was to sort out the wine. Jesus saves the day, and probably the marriage. At his command, the waiters fill some of the stone jars with water, and when the master of the ceremony tastes it, he declares that they've kept the best wine until last. He makes it the most famous wedding ever. Millions will be watching this month's royal wedding, but at every church wedding in history, the congregation have been reminded that our Lord Jesus Christ was himself a guest at a wedding in Cana of Galilee. In recounting the story in his Gospel, John calls this a sign, and a sign points to something. Here Jesus is not just helping out a mate in trouble, he's revealing himself as the one who provides the very best wine, the perfect bridegroom who offers us a relationship with Christ as intimate and demanding as marriage itself. In his hands, the water of religion becomes the wine of relationship. And my encouragement to those gathered that evening was to taste it. Cheers.